everyone, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Michaela, and today I'm going to be reviewing the Luminous Foundation from Anastasia Beverly Hills. I'm filming this intro about 2 weeks. Amos, stop. I'm filming this intro about 2 weeks after the footage that you're about to see, so I have a pretty good opinion on the foundation so far. So I figured I would come on here and give you some information about the product and then go ahead and give you a little bit of my opinion now that I've worn the foundation for a little bit more before we get into the footage. So the first thing I want to do was show you the packaging that it comes in. It comes in this really shiny metallic packaging, and then the actual foundation itself looks like this. It comes with a pump, which is really nice. I love foundations that come with a pump. It does retail for $38, so it is a little bit on the higher end, but in my opinion it's worth every penny, and it is a high-end foundation, so that is to be expected. On the website, they describe this foundation as being a medium coverage liquid foundation with a luminous finish, and it does come with 1 fluid ounce of product with a shelf life of 12 months. So you have a whole year of use before they recommend you throwing it away and purchasing a new one, because foundation does expire, so I don't recommend using it past its shelf life. Also, they do have a shade range of about 30 different shades, so they do have quite the shade selection, which I think is amazing. So hopefully there will be a shade for everyone, and I'm actually in the shade 160C, which is made for light skin tones with a cool golden undertone, and it works out really well for me. On the box, it does say that this product is vegan, gluten-free, alcohol-free, dermatologist tested, suitable for sensitive skin, and it doesn't have any flashback. There are a few other things as well, so it's got a whole bunch of good stuff in it, and it is a really amazing foundation. So starting with that, I will go ahead and give you my pre-final review on it. So since I have been wearing this for a couple weeks now, I have noticed a couple things about it, some things that I like, some things that I don't. So my favorite way to wear it is with the Natasha Dewy Skin Cream. First, I apply that, and then once that soaks in, I go in with the Milk Makeup Hydro Grip Primer, and I put that on, and then I apply the foundation. Now I go back and forth as to whether I like applying the foundation with a beauty blender or with a brush. It just depends on what kind of coverage you need, but I really love the way it applies with both. I know I said I have things that I don't like about it, but honestly, I really don't. The only thing I can say that I don't really care for that much is right in between my eyes right here. I do get a little bit of cakiness. However, I don't think it's the foundation's fault because my skin is just really complicated right there. So honestly, I don't have any bad things to say about this foundation. I think that it's amazing. I think it's worth every penny. I would pay that $38 again for it. So I just think that it's really amazing, and yeah, those are my final thoughts on it. I'm just gonna leave it at that and get you guys into the footage. I'm just gonna get started. I'm going to apply half of this with my beauty blender and the other half with my makeup brush, just so we can see the difference in how it applies. I actually am going to be using a moisturizer. I don't think I'm going to be using my Natasha Dewy Skin Cream today because this claims that it's a luminous foundation on its own, and I want to see what it looks like without any other base, but I have to wear moisturizer because my face is so dry from it being winter in Ohio. So I'm going to go ahead and apply this. This is just my Drunk Elephant moisturizer, and then I'm going to go in with the foundation. So I'm actually just going to be applying it directly onto the beauty blender. Am I doing something wrong? Okay, no. That just took like 20 pumps to make it come out. I'm actually really happy with how this is going on so far. It's a little bit deeper than my skin tone, but I tend to like that because the rest of my body is always so much tanner than my face. So once I have it all over my face, it actually blends in pretty nicely. Man, look at the difference. That's actually like pretty good. So, coverage wise, I actually like this coverage. I mean, you can still see like I have a zit there and a little bit of redness over here, which is like very normal for me. And I'm breaking out a little bit right now, but anyways, like you can still see, like look how much redness I have on this cheek. It's actually not bad. Okay, so I'm gonna go in with my brush now, and I'm going to do the same thing I did with my beauty blender, and I'm going to apply it directly on my brush. So I do think that you get a little bit more coverage with the brush side. With the brush side, I feel like, yeah, I feel like the side with the brush definitely has a little bit more coverage. I'm just making sure that all of that is blended in together up there. But yeah, I definitely feel like I got more coverage with the side that I applied the brush on, and honestly, I think that it looks just as good as the side with the beauty blender, just a little bit more coverage. So I guess it depends on how much coverage you need. For someone who doesn't have acne or anything, this might not be a big deal, but I'm actually gonna put a little bit more. I actually really thought that I was gonna like this foundation better with a beauty blender, since it's supposed to be a luminous foundation. That just makes, really try to cover up that zit. That just makes more sense to me, but I really like the side with the brush better, and lately I've been applying all my foundations with my beauty blender, so I don't know. I'll definitely have to try it out more and see what I think about it. Yeah, but I mean, pretty much my redness is gone, so that's pretty nice. Since it is a little bit deep for my face, I am going to blend it down into my neck, which I have to do this with all my foundations because, like I said, my face and my neck are always so much more pale than the rest of my body. It's like that part just does not tan. So I'm just making sure that I blend that in really well into my neck. Also, some people don't like blend down into their neck like that. It just depends on one, how well your foundation matches you and what your preference is. I have a constant fear of having that line, you know, like a mask where it's like if you can see someone's foundation, it's just like their neck. I don't know. Anyways, I think I am going to go over my face just lightly with my beauty blender to make sure that everything is blended in the way it's supposed to. And then also my neck to really connect everything. So yeah, so that's the foundation. I can't get super close, but that's the shadow, by the way, not the foundation. It's like super glowy, and I don't know, I really like that. It's not settling into any of my lines. Normally with foundation, I have a problem with like right up here it'll look really kind of cakey and patchy. For some reason my foundation does not like to sit in there, and this foundation actually looks pretty good right there. It's not settling into any lines, so that's a good sign. It doesn't look cakey at all. Like, yeah, even up close it just looks like my skin. That's really nice. So far so good. For a $40 foundation it should be good, right? You feel me? Okay, so now I'm gonna go in with my Instant Age Rewind Concealer. Anytime I blend anything out with my brush, I really do like going over it with my beauty blender just to make sure that it's really blended. And if there's like any dry patches or anything like that, I feel like beauty blenders really help to get rid of dry patches. And since I do have such dry skin this time of year, my beauty blender is my best friend. I was gonna do an eye look today, but I don't think I'm going to. I think we're gonna save that for another video because, as you saw in my intro, I did get some new products as well last night. I think I'm gonna save this blue mascara for another video because I have an eye look in mind that I want to use it for, and it's just not going with my outfit today, and also that would be a super long video. So I'm just gonna go ahead and finish up the rest of my face and see how everything sits on this foundation, and yeah. Okay, so I think that I really love the way that powder sits on top of this foundation. It all looks like really good. It blended in really well. It didn't stick at all. I didn't set the foundation at all like you guys saw. I put it on. The only thing that I set were my eyelids and my under eyes because that's where I put concealer. I didn't put concealer anywhere else because I wanted to really see how the foundation performs on its own, and I really like the way that all that's sitting on there. I am going to go over all of it with my beauty blender just because this highlight is really intense, and I just want to make sure that it is blended in really well for the most part. So yeah, I like that so much better. Really think that it looks super good. It just looks like my skin. So I'm going to go ahead and finish my eyes and my brows, and I will get back to you guys in a minute. What up, y'all? I am back with my eyes done. So actually it has been about probably an hour since I did. God, this chair. Okay, quick story. The stool to my desk is broken, and give me a minute. It happens way too often where I'm sitting at my desk and the next thing I know I'm on the floor because my stool broke again. Okay. I think it's going to stay. I'm praying it stays. Anyways, I am back now. Can you guess where I went? Anyways, I don't have mascara on because I did get the new Colourpop mascara in black, and I wanted to try that out on camera and see how I like it. I've heard like fairly mixed reviews on it, but for the most part I think people really like it. My friend has it and she complained a little bit about it flaking throughout the day, so I don't know, we'll see about that. It's very, very black, which I like. It's pretty easy to do the lower lashes with, so yeah, I'd say it passes. It's a little bit more dramatic than I was expecting, but I'm not mad about it. No, dude, I dig. All right, cool, I'm here for it. I think it looks good. But now I'm going to spray with my Morphe setting spray to set everything down. Like I said, I did put this foundation on like an hour ago, so I've been wearing it for an hour with no setting spray, and it still looks really good, so. If you guys want to see a tutorial on this eye look, just let me know below. I will check back in with you guys here in a few hours and let you know how it's going. It is currently 5, so I'll check back in at about 10, and that will be 6 hours of wear time. And then if I'm still up, I'll do another check-in at midnight, so that way we can get a full 8 hours of wear, and I'll let you guys know how I like it. But so far I really love it, so I'll see you in a few hours. I am back for my nightly check-in with my foundation, like I said I would be. It is 10:42 p.m. and I am just now getting back up here to film this. I was going to do one at 10 and then one again at midnight, but I was kind of swamped with schoolwork tonight, so I'm just gonna do this one check-in. But anyways, I've been wearing this for 7 hours, and I think that it's doing really, really well. It hasn't really settled into my lines very much. Like, for 7 hours, it's not bad at all, and I have really, really dry skin, so normally foundations just kind of sit in my lines and then they look a little bit cakey by the end of the day. But I don't know if you can see it. The only place it looks cakey is a little bit right in here, and that's because I have a dry patch right there where it doesn't matter how much I moisturize anything, foundation always seems to build right there and sit right there, and I just can't seem to get rid of it. So it's not this foundation, it's just all foundations, and it's not the foundation, it's my face. So that is something that I look over because I can't do anything about that. But other than that, I think that it looks really good. My highlight is still sitting on really nicely. My blush and my bronzer is still on. I've been touching my face a lot because whenever I sit and do my homework, I'm always like doing that. But it hasn't really rubbed off. It doesn't have any patchiness in it. I don't know, man. I really like this foundation. I don't know if it's my favorite foundation. I will say that it does compete between these two foundations. This is the Estee Lauder Double Wear, and this is the L'Oreal Infallible Fresh Wear. I do really love both of those foundations as well. But I think that this is like a really good mix between those two, actually, while I'm thinking about it, because the L'Oreal one provides you with like a really dewy look, and then the Estee Lauder one provides more coverage, and this one seems to be like a pretty good balance of both. So, and also both of those, especially the L'Oreal one, I'm looking cakey by the end of the day. So if I go back over with my beauty blender or setting spray, then it's fine, but I didn't do anything to this. I didn't put on more setting spray. I didn't do any like refreshing mist to like make it dewy again. I didn't do anything to it. It sat like this for 7 hours on its own, and it still looks really, really good. So yeah, as of now, I would say that it's worth the $40. Those are my thoughts on it. And thank you so much for watching this review. I really hope that you liked it. If you have any other makeup that you want me to review or check out, please leave it in the comments. Thank you so much for checking out my channel. It means a lot to me. Please subscribe, like this video, let me know what you want to see next, and just have a great night, guys. So I'll see you in my next video. Bye. So I'll see you in a few hours. No, I don't know how to end this. Okay.